there's been new videos released by authorities, national authorities. The Washington, D.C. police chief shook up some things when she said you should run, hide, or even fight, and that you might need to grab a weapon. So people are thinking more and more about the idea of active shooters after the San Bernardino attack and the Oregon shooting last year. Dr. G.M. Cox is a public safety expert. He is director of public administration's master degree program at Tarleton State University in Texas, and he teaches crisis management. He joins us now. Dr. Cox, there is a growing concern, it seems. I mean, there's even apparently a way that you can buy bulletproof backpacks for your kids. People are very concerned about active shooter situations in this country right now.
Good morning, Leland. I agree. I think what people need to understand is they need to be not paranoid, but prepared.
Yeah.
I think they need to be thinking about what could happen to them, not will happen to them, and be prepared. I mean, like Mike Tyson said, everybody has a plan until they're hit in the face.
Right.
So, and the worst time, by the way, to develop a plan is when you're getting hit in the face. So, the Run, Hide, Fight movie, I would tell everybody, I think it's a great video. It was produced by Houston. And it's in ready.gov. They have a bunch of information there, easy to get to. Just put it in your search engine. You can put in Run, Hide, Fight, or you can put ready.gov, and it'll take you right to the video.
I'm a big Second Amendment supporter. I encourage people to get their concealed carry license. It's not the end-all, be-all, and if you've got a concealed carry, you'll learn this very quickly because you'll learn that the training prepares you for some things, and the more you train, the better off you'll be. But it's not the end all be all. It's not licensed to be a cowboy. It's not licensed to get up on the table and start shooting if you see a situation like this. It's much more complicated, so it requires other types of preparedness as well, doesn't it?
It does. I try to tell people there's a 360-degree area around yourself and your family and your friends that you should be worried about. When you go into a business, are you looking around where you came in? Do you see the exits? Are you looking at other people? Just, not staring them in the face, just saying, who's in here? These are the potential, not only the potential attackers, they're also potential allies. Where are they at? What are they doing? Yeah. Clint Emerson wrote a great book called Escape the Wolf, and I'd highly recommend it. But the two things that you got to worry about is personal awareness and situational awareness. Where are you? What are you doing? A person who runs out of gas at 3 in the morning, exercising very poor situational awareness, as an example.
Some guys that I have done some training with and stuff have talked a lot about. We look at the OODA loop, they call it, the OODA, and what that is you observe, you orient, you decide, you act. And so basically, what your point is that you're always. And then I've got another friend of mine that always talks about the color-coded alert status that you have sort of in the back of your head. If you're walking down a street and everything is normal. You're sort of going along at maybe code yellow or code green plus or whatever. Okay. But then you see somebody that's acting out of the ordinary, not acting like the other people around them, and you begin to escalate that a little bit, and you just keep an eye on that. And this is sort of how I've been taught and how I naturally do things, and I think it's a wise thing to do. It's not that you're going around being suspicious of everybody, but you're just aware of your surroundings.
Right. I think we as Americans have gotten into a mindset that, it can't happen to us.
Right.
I try to tell everybody, use scenarios. Use what happened in Columbus, Ohio. Use what happened in San Bernardino. What would I do if it happened to me? And I think you're great on the OODA loop. That's also mentioned in Clint Emerson's book. I think you should be aware of your surroundings. You should be processing information at all times. Not that like you said, not being paranoid, just being observant and response. And I'd say if you see someone acting strange, put distance between yourself.
Right.
There's no reason to take that person on or even get near them.
Well, I think sometimes people they maybe overcomplicate some of this stuff too, because if you these ideas, if you practice these things, they help you out in a lot of situations. They not only help you get out of a mass shooting, they could potentially help you get out of a one-on-one robbery. They could potentially help you get out of a traffic accident because you're observing the people driving around you. And more importantly, they could even help you find somebody who needs help and be able to assist them.
Absolutely. I mean, we have to be aware of that, we are each other's keepers. So if a citizen is near you and needing help, you got to ask yourself, do you help them or do you abandon them? We're Americans, and we help people. So be prepared to help. In the Columbus, Ohio thing, I think it's absolutely critical to keep in mind these citizens started reacting with improvised weaponry to stop this guy. Yes, there were people hurt, some of them serious, but they lived. What would have happened is they just stand there or stood there, hunker down, and let the guy start machete.
You're talking about the guy that attacked the restaurant with a machete.
Yes.
Yeah. And so it doesn't always manifest itself in the way that maybe the news loops manifest themselves. I've also seen a lot of reports lately, very disturbingly, where, carjackers are going to look for you at, maybe a gas station, something like that, because maybe you leave your car unlocked, maybe even leave the driver's seat door open, keys are in it, and you're just standing there. You're a prime target. Maybe you just got your wallet out, these kinds of things. Those types of situations are everywhere, and they can confront you very quickly without, if you're not paying attention.
I agree. I try to tell everybody there's 3 zones of security you need to worry about. You need to worry about yourself and your family while you're at home. Then you need to worry about all travel. When you're traveling, whether it be vehicle, whatever the conveyance is, be aware. I'd say stay away from the curbs, lock your door. Never drive anywhere without your doors locked. Just not doing it. And then the third place is at work. What are you prepared to do at work? I tell everybody at work you should have at least 3 things: water, food, and a multi-tool. Also, don't forget to have a flashlight. One of the things that came out of the 9/11 Commission report was many Americans in the Twin Towers could have escaped had they had a flashlight.
Wow.
So keep a flashlight at work. Keep a flashlight in your purse. And I'm talking one with 200 lumens or greater.
That's a great idea, and it can also be double as a weapon when you talk about the run, fight, or hide. Run, hide, or fight. That a good flashlight can be a good weapon as well. So
absolutely. I mean, there's tactical flashlights. They're very reasonably priced. They have 300 lumens. There are experts that believe the Aurora, Colorado shooting, if you remember the theater shooting, he was wearing night goggles. Had he been hit in the face just with the light, the 300 lumen tactical light, he would have been blinded, not been able to see.
That's a really good point.
These kinds of things people need to have.
That's a really good point. And a lot of people think, hey, man, this is like, man, what is going on with our society? We got to walk around worrying about that. No, that's actually just that's human instinct. I mean, we're really just returning to human instinct and not sitting around feeling as, falsely safe as we are. This is what humans have done always. We've always been aware of our surroundings unless we got eaten.
Well, I think you're absolutely right. I mean, actually, I think we have gotten into a lackadaisical attitude. Americans have some of the safest cities in the world. We don't wander around worrying. Now, you think about some other cities in the world where daily attacks are commonplace. If you go to Israel and they had a IED or a suicide bomber, they are experts. They will resume their normal life. They will not let terrorists control their society.
Right. They're always on the lookout. So listen, thank you so much. Appreciate it, Dr. G.M. Cox, Tarleton State University. Great information. We'll talk to you soon.
You bet. Thank you.
Coming up next.